explain this and talk about geopolitics in the Arctic. Arctic is North Pole. 中文叫什么？ Arctic is North Pole. What is the Chinese? Because I'm not allowed to speak Chinese. I need you to help me. 什么？ Thank you, 北极。Arctic. And something I want you to learn now. You don't pronounce the C here. It's not Arctic. No. Arctic. Arctic. No C. The C is not pronounced. Arctic. And 南极叫什么？ It's very easy. Arctic 是北极，南极就叫做 Antarctic， 相反加一个 an，and then write 北极 R 不发音 T。Antarctica 就是南极，南极北极 North Pole, South Pole. Let's talk about there's a treaty sign. What about in the geopolitics? Now, what are the countries near the Arctic, 北极? What are the countries? Can you think of? Anybody?
Which is the center of recent maritime territorial disputes. As we'll discover in this video, treaties need to be written very specifically to avoid deliciously semantic disputes that have major ramifications for geopolitics in the Arctic. The Svalbard Treaty dictates rights and access to this snowy group of islands in the Arctic Ocean. But before we dive into the treaty and current disputes, a very quick history lesson.
Canada.
Before Svalbard was the center of current diplomatic debates, it was a hotspot for whaling. In fact, for a few hundred years, it was used mostly for whale hunting by people from various parts of the Northern Hemisphere. After World War I, during the post-war conference in Versailles, the Svalbard Treaty, or Spitsbergen Treaty as it was known then, was drawn up to officially give Norway full and absolute sovereignty over the islands.
Okay, this is just a little bit of a preview. This is the Arctic, 北极，从上面照下来看。See here, they call it Spitsbergen. 这是以前的名字 treaty. Anyway, it's just a treaty sign here. So there are countries, Norway countries, and this country, Svalbard. I don't even know which country is this. And also there's Russia. The old USSR, 苏联时期的 Siberia, 西伯利亚北部都在这里。I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's 6 minutes and it's a little bit hard. I'm just going to let you see here. When the ice all melted, ships can go through here. And when ships go through here, in the North Pole, it's going to change everything. Trading routes, going to change business, global business. A lot, because people, if they want to, the ship can now sail through the ocean. They no longer have to go through a long way. This is a shortcut. When this is shortcut, the country that can control this area will become very important. They have the control of it. They can say, I won't let you go through unless you pay so much or so much money. Well, they will fight. So then Norway, Finland, and then Russia and North America, here's Alaska and North Canada. They are all trying to get a say here. Everybody is trying to get here to claim some sovereignty, to claim some right, so that when all the ice melt, this become a very, very convenient shortcut of the global sailing routes. Whoever has a say here will have a great power. So this is a geopolitical conflict potential, a huge potential a global geopolitical conflict here. So even China, do you see how far China is from here? Even China, that far, is beginning to try to say they own some of the island here, so they have the right here. they can build some of the things here. So I guess I don't have time for everything. So, but my job is mainly just to give you some information, direct you to certain places. But we still have 2 minutes. Let's look a little, just
No
watch a
disputes
little
about that.
more.
According to these countries who have signed the treaty, Svalbard definitively belongs to Norway. But there's a catch. While Article 1 of the Svalbard Treaty gives Norway possession of the islands, Articles 2 and 3 place massive conditions over this absolute sovereignty. These articles give equal fishing and hunting rights on the islands and in the territorial waters of Svalbard. They also ensure that all signatories of the treaty will have equal and unhindered access to the islands and again, the territorial waters of the islands, including for mining and commercial purposes, as long as they comply with Norwegian law.
Yeah, when I talk about that shipping rule, I forgot to mention that there are very rich resources here. Fish, you see, ocean resources. So fish hunting is a big business here, but only very few countries are near the Arctic, right? 北极圈边缘的国家目前不是很多。And but when they have rich access and also equal access to resources such as mining, a lot of mining opportunities here. Mining, territorial water, fishing, and shortcut route, 航线变非常短。
Purposes, as long as they comply with Norwegian law. Other articles prohibit the establishment of military bases on the island, ensure that communication towers are free for all parties to use, and confirm that it's probably a good idea to have a weather station somewhere. Thanks, Article 5.
So one of the articles here is to prohibit, to stop, to not allow any country to establish any military stuff here, besides weather station and things. But I don't know what you think, but I don't think countries are going to be that obedient. They still are going to bring weapon here and claim that they have some kind of right here, like China.
So it's all pretty straightforward so far.
Here.
Svalbard belongs to Norway, but anyone can fish, hunt, and have access to the islands, mainly for fishing and drilling, for waters out, and also prove that its continental shelf extends beyond the EEZ. Then they can apply to the
If you look at this chart, then you say EEZ is a very important term for fishing internationally, economic zone, exclusive economic zone, exclusive 专属的 economic zone 经济区, which is every country like within 12 nautical miles 在12海里领土12海里以内都是 EEZ exclusive economic zone 就是只有那一国可以在这里捕鱼。That is why our fishing boat are having conflict with the Chinese fishing boat, right? Because there's a boundary there, 有一条线，然后有我们专属的那个经济区，我们只有我们可以在那捕鱼，但是他们渔船跑进来，然后我们就驱赶它吧。But of course, mainland China don't think that way. They think Taiwan belongs to China, so there's no such. Taiwan has no exclusive 专属的 economic zone over there. Okay, I'll give this to you. I'll give this link to you later, and the homework to you later on our website. Sorry, not website. On our group, line group. And then you can take some time to watch the video. You don't have to be very serious about all the details. Just know roughly what happened there. And in the future, just, be aware to look for news that talks about Arctic politics. It's going, as the ice melting, 随着冰在融化, with fishing boat and all kinds of commercial boats begin to be able to sail through Arctic, things are going to get really worse. Okay, thank you. That's for today's. That's all for today. So see you next week, and I'll tell you about our assignment, and also I'll talk about the makeup classes with you later. Don't worry about makeup. 那个补课时间那个没有关系，我们再安排。